Hey guys, as usual, when I do live streams with Chuck, I don't know what he's going to say. I enjoy that aspect. He just gives me a title and then it's over to him. So we all know how good Chuck is. The finds that he makes are incredible. There's not many people that can code at his level. So anytime Chuck goes live with me, I recommend you honestly get a pen and paper and make notes because the information that he shares is so profound and there's so much of it. So before we get into it, just know today is the 3-year anniversary of George Floyd dying. All right? The 3-year anniversary, which is 36 months. The beast reigns for 3 years and 6 months. So it's no shock the Red Devils are playing today. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I'm going to call him because I've got all sorts to do today. So many things to do. I'm going to call him right now. Much love to Ginger Jimmy Jr., funny person, and Charlotte Dagger Baby in the chat. So let me give him a call, and it's going to be over to him. Hopefully, we can all hear him when he starts speaking. All right. Come on, Chucky boy. Oh, the anticipation, guys. Is Chucky boy playing hard to get? I'll call him again in 1 minute. So this will be good. I feel like every live stream with Chuck is very interesting. If he talks about sports, don't have that be the ultimate element of the live. Listen to everything else he says. I know when it comes to George Floyd, guys, the day that he died, I remember telling everybody, no, he didn't. I just knew in my soul he didn't. And I feel like anything they make a huge deal of in the mainstream media is fabricated or a complete lie. Anything they can continually talk about for years and years and years didn't happen the way that they presented it. It's that obvious. Okay? It's that obvious. I've done so many videos about George Floyd and Derek Chauvin. Always makes me laugh that George Floyd got carried into an ambulance by a policeman. It's literally like a paramedic arresting somebody. I was like, are people not seeing this? Or seeing that his coffin was 6 foot and George Floyd was like 6'6"? Did they chop his legs off? His funeral was paid for by Floyd Mayweather. Yes, George Floyd's funeral was paid for by Floyd Mayweather. And George Floyd was able to have a funeral whilst all of us couldn't attend funerals or go to elderly homes. He had a big-ass funeral, and there were no social distancing between the celebrities, were they? Yet people were still watching it and enjoying the show. Makes me sick, to be honest. But that's why I'm saying we have a huge role on this as well. There's too many of us that just don't think. It is so true. That's why the devil and his minions get away with everything. Hey, Abid, my brother. Hope you're well, mate. George is in the house, a great coder. Debbie, how you doing, Debbie? All right, I'll try him again. I don't know what's going on because he was just texting me. All right, he's online now. I'm going to call him now. Here we go. Enjoy this, guys. This is hopefully Chuck doing 90% of the talking. I'm knackered. Here we go.
Yeah, hi Adam. How you doing?
Easy, brother. All good. I've done the intro. I've told them I have no idea really what you're talking about other than Gemini Twins. I don't know much about them. And you said that would be today's a perfect day because it's George Floyd's death anniversary. Was that completely organic, or was that set up in a way? Was that organic?
No. When I said to you, maybe what's today? Wednesday or Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I realised only today that it was George Floyd's death anniversary, 3 years.
So,
and he's partly in the Decoded because obviously he died in the Twin City. But
yeah, he did.
Yeah, the discoveries I've made it's actually going to, I think, throw a lot of light on this whole 9/11, 3/11, Twin Towers.
Oh, I'm getting excited.
Cool, and it's scriptures and everything, as you know.
Oh, mate. Well, please, can you take the floor, and I'll only chip in every now and again. You just go through your presentation, mate. I can't wait for this. Guys, you're going to want to make notes. Like I said, when it comes to Chuck, you need to make notes because there's that much amazing information. I would start taking notes. All right, go on then, Chuck. Go from the beginning.
Okay, then. So, the Gemini twins. So in Mesopotamian mythology, the Gemini twins were regarded as minor gods, called Meshlamteya and Lugaria, meaning the one who arises from the underworld and the mighty king. And both names can be understood as titles of Nergal, the great Babylonian god of plague and pestilence, war, death, and destruction. So I'm not saying that they're not following Bible scriptures, because you've shown better than anyone else that they are.
Thank you.
But the big question is obviously who wrote the Bible. But this predates any scriptures, and for me, it all goes back to ancient Babylon and Mesopotamia. But that's just my belief.
No, it's fine. I'm always open to anyone's beliefs. I just want to hear your presentation. I'm not going to jump in. None of us truly know, do we? None of us truly know all the answers.
No, that's it. And I've never said, I've always said I'm leaning this way, and that can change.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
More information.
Yeah, the more you study, often the more you'll come to different conclusions. That's the reality. All right, keep going then. This is going to be great.
So, like, it's Jachin and Boaz, the twin pillars of Freemasonry, as were in Solomon's temple, like twin towers. And twins, at least the Gemini twins, are connected to war and destruction. Also because Romulus and Remus were twins in Roman mythology, and they were the twin sons of Mars, god of war and destruction. And why AS Roma were founded on 7/6 in Gemini zodiac, when they have the Romulus and Remus crest. And 7/6 was the 158th day of the year. Freemasonry equals 158, like twin pillars of Freemasonry. The Roma play in red, and Mars is known as the red planet. And Romulus murdered his brother and went on to be the founder of Rome. So obviously Rome are named after Romulus. And
Lukaku's first name
later died.
Lukaku's first name's Romelu.
Oh, Romero.
Romelu.
Romelu,
yeah.
Correct.
He's got and he has a brother, doesn't he? That's a pro as well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, there's the Lukaku brothers that they always go on about. Jordan, like the River Jordan.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right. Probably not in a high league.
Well, did you see yesterday? So Lukaku won the Italian Cup yesterday with Inter Milan. And he made his professional debut for Anderlecht at 16 years and 11 days old, 1611. And that's when the King James Bible was published.
Wow.
And on the anniversary of his debut, which was yesterday, he wins the Italian Cup.
Bloody hell.
I know. It's just all.
And to throw some light on the Europa League, it's 1,776. It's 1,776 weeks. The final from when Maradona won it with Napoli.
What? Say that again. Say that again for everybody, because you make those fines, nobody else does. Say that again.
Maradona obviously played for Sevilla, and he only won one European Cup. And if you measure the date duration, it's 1,776 weeks to this final on the 31st.
And tell people who are pretty new to the work what 1776 represents.
Oh yeah, it's the founding the year the Illuminati were founded, and also the USA.
And did you know that Queen Elizabeth was born exactly 1,776 days after Prince Philip?
Yeah, you told me that.
So I wonder what that 1776 truly represents. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, what is it? Why that year? It's something I haven't found an answer for. I've tried add the numbers together, subtract the numbers, times the numbers. I usually come to a conclusion with that one. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah, I haven't discovered anything new on that, but the 186s, the 243s, the 911s, the 311s.
Can I just ask you this? Just again, this is just nobody needs to take your pick here because there's so many numbers for both. Roma and Sevilla, who are you leaning without a deep code?
I would, because of like Maradona, if it's a Maradona ritual, first Argentina won, Barcelona won, Napoli won the league, and now it's like there's only Sevilla left to
see. I've got Sevilla. I've got Sevilla because one, they're going for the 7th Europa League, the kings of the competition, and then you got the 7 kings of revelation. You have the 7 deadly sins, which are pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. So
and Maradona
a few weeks
scored 7 goals for Sevilla.
Ah, see, I didn't know that. And you've got these 7 heads and the 7 mountains, 7 kings, all of that. God created Earth in 7 days. Like, I'm leaning Sevilla, and they knocked out the Red Devils, didn't they? To get there, which was a big shock. I think, as of now, and I could be wrong. I've said this a while ago. I don't think they let Guardiola and Jose both win those major competitions. There'd be too many red flags. I think Pep's going to win, and I think the Sevilla coach is going to win. And then you have Man City, have all the Queen connections. It makes sense for them to play the Kings of Europe because they just knocked Kings of the Europa League because they just knocked out the Kings of Europe, didn't they, Real Madrid? So I'm leaning Sevilla and Man City, but again, Roma, the Vatican, the papacy, Mourinho, it's not easy, is it?
It's not easy, and I thought I had the FA Cup nailed, but with what you presented for Man City, I'm now like 50-50.
Yeah, it's really tough.
It's one thing calling a team to get to a final. That's one thing, but to get to then call them to win it, they can have better numbers and still not win it than the other team.
Yeah. Oh, we know that. Yeah. Like for me, like hey Joseph, much love to you. I think if City beat Man United in the FA Cup final, that'll mean they've got the double. Yeah, that means they have the double wrapped up. Now, Inter Milan already have a double. They have a domestic double. So it makes so much sense for me for both of those teams to come in with the potential of winning the treble. Remember when Inter Milan won the treble Inter Milan won the treble with Mourinho, didn't they? They won the Champions League, the league, and the cup. So, and Inter Milan with Jose actually knocked out Guardiola's Barcelona in the semi-final. So it makes sense for the build-up. Go on.
What double do they have already, Inter Milan? It's only Coppa Italia, isn't it?
No, they've got the Coppa Italia, and they've got the equivalent of the
League Cup.
Yeah, pretty much. Do they? Yeah, let me have a look. They've definitely won two major trophies in Italy this year, and it's funny how Internazionale has Nazi right in the center of it, doesn't it? When you spell the word out.
Yeah.
None of the pundits or the media are calling them Inter anymore, though. It's all like Internazionale. It's coming out of the woods again, like back in the 90s.
Right. Yeah.
Keep going, bro.
And Romulus, he later died on 5/7/717 BC. In today's calendar, 5/7 is the 186th day of the year, and obviously coronavirus declared pandemic 18 years, 6 months after 9/11. And 7 times 7 equals 119, and Romulus equals 119, like 9/11. And now let's look at Ronaldo's kids. He had 2 sets of twins in the years 2017 and 2022, and the twin boy died in 2022 at birth.
And the game after after that, he got a hat trick as well. The game after his twin died, he scored a hat trick, which is sick. Or before. It was either before or after. The game before or after, he got a hat trick. He put the ball up his stomach, probably before. Yeah, it would have been before because he put the football up his shirt. So he would have got it before, and then right after his kid died, right after his hat-trick. Sick.
Yeah. And I don't really doubt that it was a sacrifice.
Oh no, you can't at that level with those people. You just can't. They're willing to do anything to stay there.
Oh yeah. But some people say no, he probably didn't die. It's just made up. But I don't doubt that these were all sacrifices.
Oh no, I believe that. I believe that it happened. Yeah, it probably happened. All right, keep going. This is great.
So these 2017 twins happen to be born on Gemini twins, born on A/6 or 6/8. And the girl is called Eva Maria, of course. Eva Maria Ronaldo equals 68. And along with her twin brother, Matteo Ronaldo, like twin pillars. And Gemini twins equals 142. And we're at the 142nd edition FA Cup. Twin Towers came down in 102 minutes, which is 1 hour, 42 minutes. And coronavirus equals 142. And 102 months is 8 years, 6 months. And twins born on A6, and A6 is connected to death. And George Perry Floyd equals 102, died in the Twin City on 25th of the 5th on Gemini Zodiac. And let's count 102 months after 9/11/01. It takes us to 3/11/2010, so 10 years before coronavirus declared pandemic, and Satan equals 10.
Oh my goodness!
And
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that. And 102 days is 3 months, 11 days, or 14 weeks, 4 days. And the twins were born 144 weeks to coronavirus declared pandemic. Twin pillars equals 144.
What?
So it's crazy, this whole twin thing. And this year is the 22nd edition Community Shield, which is on 6/8. The Freemasons equals 68. Ukraine war began on 68 date numerology, and the twins were born exactly 246 weeks to Ukraine war. Freemasonry founded on 24/6. And there were 246 victims that died on the 4 flights on 9/11, and 24 times 6 equals 144. And twins were born 144 weeks to coronavirus declared pandemic.
Did you say it's the 20? Did you say it's the 22nd edition of the Community Shield?
Yeah, satanic.
Is that why Ten Hag's coaching in it, and he was born 2/2?
If he gets there, yeah, that's why I do like Man United, not just because of the FA Cup final, but the Community Shield. And both him and Pep Guardiola could go there with 2 trophies each.
And then Inter could stay on 2 if Man City beat them in the Champions League final.
Right, 2-2-2. Coronavirus to 9/11 to coronavirus, 222 months.
It could be, mate. You could be spot on. Like, I'm still riding that treble, but can I ask you, if Man United win the FA Cup, do you mind doing a live with me and just going through your code? There'll be no ego with me. I'd be like, hey, Chuck got it. He nailed it.
Yeah, sure. It's good. I've got like 4 different codes for Man U.
You can just present them, because that's what it's all about for me now. I came to that conclusion about a week ago that I just want to reveal the numbers. Along the way, I'll get a lot of picks, right? But I'm not worried now about people saying you said treble. I go, yeah, I did, and I got it wrong. I think it's the best way to approach it. No one can say anything when you do that. Yeah. Just go, yeah, I got it wrong.
The NBA, it's really notoriously hard to football to win. That's why it's amazing call last year on Warriors. This year, probably no one even had Nuggets. And
no, definitely not at the beginning. As the season's gone on and in the playoffs, obviously, nobody had Denver at the beginning. Nobody, and they haven't won it yet. People keep talking like they've won it. They haven't.
Oh no, but they're there, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're definitely there. Yeah, I don't know how many would have called them to get there. You're right. Yeah, they would have. Maybe the odd person, but all right, keep going with this because your code's really, really good.
So the twins were born. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, and King Solomon equals 144, 54, 153. Jesuit order equals 144, 54, 153. 153 is the 17th prime. Twins were born 17 days.
It's the 17th try. I think it's the 17th try.
17th try, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. And the twins were born 17 days after the Manchester Arena bombing, which was on the 142nd day of year. Gemini Twins equals 142. Twin Towers came down in 1 hour 42 minutes. Ariana Grande born same year as first World Trade Center bombing in 1993. And obviously the concert was hers during the Manchester Arena bombing. So, I'm not saying Man U are winning this FA Cup because, as usual, it's massively double-coded, but they've got way more right to be in the final with all the 9-11 and the 1.
Yeah, you called them ages ago, Man United. And in regards to Ariana Grande, one of her most famous songs is called Seven Rings. So that might be another good sign for Sevilla.
Oh, really?
That song she released called Seven Rings was one of the huge clues I had for Brady to win his 7th ring. It was all connected to.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she has a song called Seven Rings. I know you know this already, but the original Wembley Stadium had the Twin Towers, didn't it? And they took them down.
Yeah, the original one, yeah.
Yeah, so those Twin Towers came down.
It's on Empire Way. You know,
yeah. Yeah, it's like it's insanity, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, every little detail is a ritual with these. Well, whoever they are.
Well, yeah, exactly. At the highest level, everything is so thought out and meticulous and perfect. That's why I'm like, I know it's not man because it's perfect. No. It's perfection, like the code.
But I think sometimes don't we give Satan a bit too much credit? Is he that powerful?
No. God, I always say he's on a leash. I believe in God, and I believe Satan's on a leash. You can only do what God allows. I say everything is God. So what this code is God. Are people within this world, man or demons or whoever it may be, they're what it looks like they're in charge, but they're not. They're given permission from God. It's Revelation 17:17. He'll hand over the kingdom to the beast until his word's fulfilled. That's one of the best verses. So do we give Satan too much credit? Absolutely. That's why I don't fear him. He's limited. He's on a leash. He does as he's told. But he's still got a lot of power. Yeah. He still has a lot of ability to influence because God's given him that.
Yeah.
He can influence many people, and he does every day. No doubt.
He does, if you allow him.
If you allow him to,
through the line.
Yeah, but most people don't even believe in him. So, of course, he's going to be able to manipulate them more.
Yeah. And it's funny how now Guardiola, 6 years after the Manchester Arena bombing, he suddenly says that his daughter survived the actual bombing.
Did he?
And there was a girl sitting. I watched the footage of after the arena bombing, and there was a girl sitting on a wall, and there was like 6 paramedics around her, and all they did was put a Band-Aid on her knee. So it shows what bullshit.
They put a Band-Aid on her knee,
and there was 6 paramedics around her.
6 paramedics to put a Band-Aid on her knee. Yeah, they had to be 6, didn't it? They had to put 6 around her. Guardiola, by the way.
6. There was a few.
Mate, Guardiola, and I've never been so confident in a pick in my life. Man City win the league next year, and Guardiola goes 6-8. No doubt in my mind. I'm not having anyone influence that. Just that alone, he's going to go 6-8 in 2024. All world wars began on 68. Dayton Emoji coached in Germany, coached in England. Russia invaded the Ukraine 224. It's going to be 2024. He got rid of Zinchenko, didn't he? Got rid of the Ukrainian the Ukrainian are losing this war, and he obviously got rid of the Ukrainian to Arsenal, the Gunners that connects to war. So just that 6-8 for me, that's it. I'm not going to have anyone talk me whatever code they send me through Arsenal, Man United, Man City win the league next year. No doubt in my mind. For me, no doubt. I'm supremely confident.
It'll probably be about 1-2, probably.
Yeah, I'm not even. But this is the thing now with me, bro. I don't give a shit about the odds. I'm going to say the winning is going 6-8, and here's why. For me, just where I'm at with my life with coding, whether they're 1-2, 1-7, even money, I don't care. That they're winning it.
Yeah, it's revealing the ritual.
That's it. That's all it is for me now. Like that's what it is. And along the way, if you're still going to be the person that bets, you're going to get most of the games right. But keep going. These codes are better. These codes are better than daily picks, in my opinion. What you're doing now. Keep going. If you have more.
Yeah. It's a bit energy zapping daily picks. You got to search games. That takes a long time. So, yeah, of course, Ronaldo's twins, both born on zodiac sign of Gemini, the Gemini twins, and they were surrogate twins from frozen embryos, mother unknown on birth certificate. The Gemini twins equals 175, 76, 203, 77. A new world order equals 175, 76, 203, 77. So a super match in all four ciphers. And of course, you had flights 175 and 77 that were hijacked on 9/11. And what a coincidence that not only the Olsen twins were born on the zodiac of Gemini, but Laverne Cox and M. Lamar, again twins born on 29th of the 5th, Gemini, and Cox, the first openly transgender actress to come out.
What?
And then Beyonce, sorry?
No, when I say what, it's like, wow. That's just me saying wow.
Yeah, they're all mostly Gemini. And Beyonce and Jay-Z have twins, Rumi Carter and Sir Carter. Idiotic names, of course.
It's just a joke,
born on 13th of the 6th, 17. Again, Gemini and Rumi Carter equals 54, 144, 72. Twin Pillars equals 153, 54, 144, 72. Jesuit Order 144, 54, 153, 72. King Solomon equals 144, 54, 154, and 54. And Jachin and Bowers. So Jachin is spelled, the proper way is Jachin. Jachin and Bowers equals 243. Princess Diana died on 243rd day of the year. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 243, died in Corona del Mar. 2 times 43 equals 86. Twins born on 86. Twins born 20 years, 17 days after Diana's death. Buildings 2, 1, and 7 fell in that order.
Michael Jordan's
Will
birthday.
Smith was in.
Michael Jordan's birthday is 217, the GOAT.
Yeah, the Prince of the Air.
The Prince of the Air, say it, yeah.
And the twins. Yeah, Will Smith was in the movie Gemini Man, released 11th of the 10th, 19, 217 months after 9/11/01. And 2 years, 4 months, 3 days after the twins' birth. And Jachin and Boaz equals 243. And the Queen died 20 years, 4 months, 3 weeks after the release of movie Murder by Numbers. And Gemini Man released 2 years, 4 months, 3 days after birth of Ronaldo's twins. And Willard Carroll Smith 2 equals 142. Twin towers came down in at 1 hour and 42 minutes.
And did you see the World Health Organization director announced on the 142nd day of the year this year that there's going to be a deadlier pandemic? I just did a video about it. It just recently said it.
The guy from Sudan or Ethiopia, that guy.
Yeah. He came out on the 142nd day of the year and said that there's going to be a deadlier virus. I just did a video about it.
Yeah,
but it's another 142.
The guy, that pillaged this country for however many billion and left.
That guy, yeah. That guy, and remember, as you know, the guy who had a cardiac arrest in the was it the Euros, was Ericsson, and he was born 14/2 as well. His birthday's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it was him. And that's why it had
12,
to be him.
12/6, like 126. Which was when Charles was crowned for 126 days.
Wow, and I think it's also George Bush Senior's birthday.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, everything connects.
Did you know that George Bush Senior was married to Barbara Bush for 73 years, just like Elizabeth and Philip, both of them?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and when you add up, when you do 73 times 2, it's 146.
Alistair Crowley.
Yeah, but when you do 73 times 2, it's 146, isn't it? And 146 passengers died on 9/11. And his son was the president during 9/11, wasn't he? George Bush Senior. And 1990 on 9/11 is when George Bush Senior said there will be a new world order.
Yeah,
he literally said that. Yeah. And then what was it? Exactly 11 years later, the Twin Towers come down whilst his son's the president.
Yeah, and 11, they look like the Twin Towers, don't they?
Did you see yesterday with Man City, by the way? Man City got a draw, 1-1, got to 89 points. And you know the connection with 89 and 11? 89 connects to 11 because it's the 11th Fibonacci number. And that game, so Man City got to 89 points after drawing 1-1 like 11. And the game was exactly 11 weeks before 8-9. Exact.
Wow.
And the Queen died on 8-9, and the funeral was 11 days after 11 a.m. How do people ignore these numbers? They don't know them, do they? They don't know them, but how crazy is that?
They dismiss them before they even...
That's true.
Look into it or think about it. They just dismiss them.
The key is this: you can't appreciate the code unless you understand it. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean the average person, obviously not your followers, but
not the followers. Everyone within this chat has some sort of awareness of the code. They won't be here, would they? They just wouldn't be here.
Of course.
All right, keep going if you have more.
So you've heard me talk about Joseph Mengele before, known as the Angel of Death,
yes.
a Nazi officer whose experiments focused primarily on twins, born 16th of the 3rd, 1911, 10 years, 86 days before Prince Philip's birth, and the twin pillars equals 186. And Mengele died 108 months, 6 days after Ten Hag's birth. Coronavirus declared pandemic 18 years, 6 months after 9/11. Mengele born 16th of the 3rd, 163 is 38th prime. Death equals 38th. Ronaldo equals 38. Lucifer equals 38. Pandemic equals 38. He died 7th of the 2nd, 1979. Twin pillars equals 72. And his death was 38 years before Ronaldo's twins were born. Obviously not exactly, but a span of 14,002 days they were born after Mengele's death.
Wow, and your 243s, all your 243s, I've said this before, 24 times 3 is 72. And Ronaldo was born a span of 7 weeks and 2 days after the Pope's birthday. Jesuit Order 72. Brady won his last Super Bowl in 72. 72 Goetic Demons. Queen Elizabeth died 8-9, 8 times 9, 72. It all comes back to 9 in many ways.
Wow, good point. Good point.
Crazy.
Yeah, 2 times 43 equals 86, which I've spoken about, but I didn't have what you just had.
Yeah, no, that 2 times 43, 86 is genius. Again, Maradona won the World Cup in 86, didn't he? And have you seen this with Napoli right now, mate?
What's that?
So, for ages, I was talking Argentina World Cup, and I said Napoli at the beginning of the season for Serie A, connected to Maradona. They play in Maradona Stadium. If you look at Serie A now, the table, if you go look at the table, you see that Napoli on 86 points after playing 36 games, mate. So Argentina won the World Cup, didn't they? 36 years after Maradona.
Sorry?
Argentina won the World Cup 36 years after Maradona won it. They won it in 86. Argentina came in to that World Cup in 2022, 36 games unbeaten. Maradona died 36 days left in the year. He died the 360th prime days before the World Cup final. And Maradona Messi won the World Cup 6 months and 6 days before he turns 36. 6 times 6 is 36. So literally, Argentina won the World Cup one day after the Argentina Pope turned 86, who was born in 36. And right now, Napoli have 86 points after 36 games, mate. What more do people need?
It's great, yeah.
They play at the Diego Maradona
What do you think
Stadium.
they'll end on 89 or 92?
More likely 80. I've said they're gonna likely lose their last game. They're gonna lose the next game against Bologna and then beat Sampdoria. I think they're gonna finish on 89. Oh. Last year, mate, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and AC Milan all won the league with 86 points, and then Argentina won the World Cup for the first time since 86. They all finished on 86. So City could finish on 89.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, City could finish on 89 if they lose to Brentford. No one's going to be shocked. They'll probably play the reserves. Napoli will probably split. Real Madrid just got a winning goal in 89th minute the day Man City got to 89 points as well. I saw that. And did you see Atletico Madrid? Atletico Madrid played 19.
Brentford will do the double. Brentford might do the double.
Yeah, the only team that can do the double over City in the league this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, Atletico Madrid were 3-0 up against 19th place Espanyol yesterday, and they drew 3-3. Atletico Madrid have the best defensive setup in the world, and they conceded 3 goals against the 19th team when they were 3-0 up. And people don't say anything. And then they went down to 3rd in the league. Real Madrid overtook them. And all the Real Madrid players walked out with Vinicius shirts on. And it makes me sick, this whole racism thing. It's clearly the devil's work, man.
At the Valencia game, apparently they were giving
it's such nonsense.
Apparently it was like most of the stadium.
Yeah, and then his red card gets rescinded, and then they all walk out with Vinny 20. Like, it's sick. Can't they see that guy's being given so many gifts? Like, he got the winning goal in Champions League final. Now he's going through his ritual. Now he's being used. Now he's being used, and it makes me sick, man. And it just frustrates me. People can't see it. Same shit every year, innit? One of the top stars comes out and says he's got racial abuse. Everyone gets behind him, then everyone's talking about it. I see right through it. So clear, man. That Vinny, you're satanic fraud. Simple as that. Simple as that.
I suppose slowly, if you're waking up maybe 100 a month or 50 a month, it's something.
Yeah, that's true, mate.
It's slow, but it's something.
Yeah, that's true.
I had my eye on the Betis Getafe game, and even though Betis had the better code, the odds weren't right. They were like 7-5, and they were way like eight places on top of them, and they were at home. Yeah. So in the end, Getafe won 1-0, and they were like 5-2.
Yeah, towards the end of the season, this is another thing that people fall for. Why is it towards the end of the season all the bottom teams start winning?
Yeah,
it's always they're desire, they're fighting for their lives.
Stay out there, they're giving it 110%.
Well, shouldn't they be doing that every single game they play as professional athletes?
Exactly.
They all become world beaters at the end, don't they? They all start playing the best ever football. Surely, if you're under all that stress, you won't play that good, would you? In reality, you'd be under more stress. You'd probably make more errors. And they all do it. They all start winning. They'll all go on 3-game winning runs in many of it. Not all the leagues, but they'll go on these massive runs. And they justify, this team already qualified for Europe. They're dropping play. I see how they do it. It's all drama, man. It's all a joke. It's all a big show, man. Energy harvesting show. That's all it is.
Just like Arsenal forgot to play football the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, they went from being unbelievable.
Losing against drawing against Southampton.
Well, they drew 3 in a row. And I remember because I watched a few games in England because it's what you do with your mates. And I had Liverpool-Arsenal to be a draw and Firmino to score, and it was. And I was watching it with my mates, and Arsenal went 2-0 up. And I was watching them thinking, oh my goodness, they're unbelievable. Is it Liverpool that are horrific? Or Arsenal are just, what happened to them? So I don't watch sports anymore. And they went 2-0 up, didn't they, after like 15 minutes? And they could have had about 5. They were killing them at Anfield, where Liverpool hardly ever lose. And then suddenly, Liverpool went back to being primetime Liverpool. They were unbelievable for like the last 60 minutes and should have beat Arsenal. I was like, how can all that go on in one game? How can you be getting absolutely destroyed where you can't pass the ball, you can't defend, you're not doing anything right, to then suddenly being unbelievable? It don't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it happens even more in NBA, doesn't it?
Oh, well.
The last quarter.
Yeah, NBA.
It's a joke.
You see teams going on 8-0 runs. So they'll miss 9 shots in a row and then make 11 in a row. And like the other team will make 9 in a row and then miss 15 in a row. And you're like, Like they always talk about when I play basketball, because I like to shoot. I like to shoot. I'm telling you, out of nearly all the sports, when you get in a flow with shooting in basketball, like it's hard to break it. You're absolutely flying. And when you can't hit a basket, it don't matter what you do, that ball just won't go in. And you'll see someone like get 5 in a row, making these unbelievable shots and then missing 3 layups. And you're like, what? You suddenly just can't play anymore. That's why I've always told people, Anna, and cover. You have to cover or take your money because anything can happen. Anything can happen in all of the games. Do you know today's the 18-year anniversary of the miracle in Istanbul?
Oh, the what in Istanbul? The
Liverpool and AC Milan was exactly 18 years ago today, where
right.
Where Liverpool were down 3-0 and came back and won it. Call it the miracle in Istanbul. It's just blasphemy, to be honest. All right.
Yeah.
Keep going. If you have anything else.
Yeah, so as I said, 14,002 days, and the Twin Towers came down in 1 hour 42 minutes. Coronavirus equals 142. 142nd edition FA Cup. Gemini Twins equals 142. And Mengele died 14 years, 20 days to first World Trade Center bombing on 26th of the 2nd, 1993. And Derek Chauvin, born 150 weeks, 6 days before Joseph Mengele's death.
Wow.
156 prime is 9/11. So all twin rituals.
Do you know Chauvin?
Ronaldo's twins, born in Sharp Grossman Hospital, California, equals 156, 186, 156 prime is 9/11.
So Ronaldo's kids were born in Los Angeles, the Angels.
Yeah, and the funny thing, why would they even be born there? He wasn't even in the US at that time. Obviously, especially for this clinic and the ritual, but you know, he was playing.
What a joke!
He would have been at Real Madrid at that time. Right?
Listen, I forgot to tell you this. You know, we're connecting Maradona to everything. Maradona's World Cup record was 8 goals in 21 games. Okay. Which is really, really bad for one of the best players to ever play the game, isn't it? 8 in 21 for one of the best teams, and he won the World Cup. It's a really, really poor strike rate. 8 goals in 21 games, 821, 142nd prime, 142. That's his record, mate. 8 in 21. Messi matched his record, 8 goals in 21. And who did he score against to match that record, mate? Mexico. Where did Maradona win the World Cup? Mexico. Messi had the exact identical record to Maradona after Argentina beat Mexico. 8 goals, 21 games, mate.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This 142, I think we're seeing how big it is.
It's enormous, mate. Enormous.
That's why it's going to be a massive ritual, this 142nd edition FA Cup.
Yeah, well, and again, I want to tell you this, mate, which is, I haven't done the durations, but I will, but I know how gifted you are. I'm going to tell you this now. The FA Cup finals on 6-3, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, do you recall when Man City beat Man United 6-3 and Foden and Haaland got a hat-trick each? That was this season, 6-3. And now they're meeting in the first FA Cup final against each other on 6-3. Come on.
Oh,
Man City beat Man United 6-3, I remember, because I actually coded at the beginning of the game that Man City would beat them 6-2, and I wanted to punch somebody because I did a code that it'd be 6-2. And then in 90th minute, Martial scored to make it 6-3. I was like, oh, my word. I actually coded 6-2. But Foden got a hat-trick, Haaland got a hat-trick. So if I do that duration, I can do it right now for you, if you don't mind. Let's do it from that.
Ahead,
It was my word, bro! Mate, that game between Man City and Man United that ended 6-3, mate, it was played 10-2, 102.
Bloody hell.
102 minutes, 9/11. It was played on October the 2nd, mate, 102. That's absolutely insanity. And it was 6-3. Remember 2016's the 63rd try. 2016 is when Leicester won the league, who were going to get relegated, when Kobe retired, when Donald Trump got voted in as president, when Ronaldo won the Euros, when LeBron won the NBA. That's the 63rd try. So let's see the duration from that 6-3 game. This could give it away. Of course, mate. It's exactly 4 months. 4 horsemen. And
the death number,
yeah. That's 17 weeks and 3 days, and the Chiefs won Super Bowl 57, and they ended with a 17-3 record. So that 173 is big. Well, it connects to 51 when the Illuminati were founded, 17 times 3. That's 122 days. That's Kobe's 666 game.
That 173, I remember it leans more to Man United. I mean, obviously there's a big connection, but it doesn't necessarily mean City are going to win. But
I know.
It's a big connection.
But City haven't conceded all season in the FA Cup, have they? And I don't know if that's ever happened where teams won the FA Cup and not conceded one goal. I'll have to Google it.
Yeah. But like you say, I'm kind of past.
Oh, same. But
who wins?
It's still good knowledge, isn't it?
It's not as if I win that much money. You know, the odds were never that great for Man U.
Well, Man United before the season began were the third favourites. It was City, Liverpool, United. They were the third. They were about, I think they were like 8-1, 8 or 9-1 to win it. So it's still really good. But now they're in the final and they're like 4-1. They're 4-1 to win it, aren't they, in 90 minutes?
3-1 on Bet365, I think.
So lifting trophy, they'll probably be like plus 150. A lot of people will take that. I have a feeling City win and don't concede. But if Man United win, I'll be like, all right, here you go, Chuck. The floor is yours.
Yeah, well, if they don't, they don't.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever at this point. We'll still reveal it, won't we? We'll reveal it to everybody. The fact that this is the first time they've ever met each other and the game's on 6-3 and earlier in the season the game finished 6-3 is enough to show you what a joke it all is. Yeah. And then the Manchester derby, the year John Motson dies, who was from Manchester, who commentated on more FA Cup finals than any other person. Like, really?
Yeah, but they'll just say, well, it's no surprise that they've never met because City have only been decent for the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, there's always something to justify it. But the amount of times those two teams have met in the semi-final, mate, is a joke. In both of the cups, they've met in the semi-final so many times. All right, you got more?
Yeah, not that much more, but yeah. So Grossman Hospital. So Queen was the Twin Pillars equals 186.69. Queen coronated 69 weeks after becoming Queen, and Charles coronated 69 years after Elizabeth's coronation. And Bin Laden born 69th day of the year. Eva Maria Ronaldo equals 68, born on 6/8. They were born in 2017. Buildings 2, 1, and 7 came down in that order. A6217 is the 159th day of year. 159th prime is 937. Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon at 9:37. And Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, equals 159. Twins' birth to his death is 1,402 days. And the North Tower collapsed in 1 hour. The Twin Towers collapsed in 1 hour and 42 minutes.
Amazing. Can I tell you something really interesting that I did today? And it doesn't necessarily tell me who's going to win because it's really hard. So Man United are playing Chelsea today. Man United play Chelsea today, right?
Yeah.
Ten Hag, I'm telling you, Ten Hag was hired on the Queen's 96th birthday, right? So listen to this. Queen Elizabeth equals 69. She was coronated exactly 69 weeks after becoming the Queen.
Yeah.
She became the Queen on the 37th day of the year. Today has 37 date numerology, and this is Chelsea and Man United's 37th game in the league. Man United have 69 points. So, literally, the Queen died, mate, exactly 37 weeks ago. Today, Man United played Chelsea, 37th game. Queen Elizabeth became the Queen, 37th day of the year. She coronated exactly 69 weeks after becoming Queen. Man United have 69 points in the league right now. I ain't saying they stay there, all right? I'm not saying that, but how insane, mate. That's why they're meeting today. That is literally why. I'm just showing you all right now in the chat. That's why Man United are playing Chelsea today. London Bridge is falling down, all right? That was all about Elizabeth's funeral. Code London Bridge. All right. And that's why Chelsea are having a nightmare this season because Stamford Bridge, the connections with that. So How insane is that?
4-1 to win today, so I'll be surprised.
I'll be really shocked.
But I'll be surprised if they win.
No, I've done a code. I don't think they do, but if they do, and United's down 69, you know exactly why.
Yeah.
And United need a point. If United get a point today, they're in the Champions League. Liverpool can't catch them. It depends if they want it to go to the last game of the season for drama. I think United draw and win the next 2 games. I think they'll end on 73 points for the Queen, who married 73 years.
That would,
so we'll see. I'll be shocked if Chelsea win, but if they do, it's that code.
And getting back onto Ten Hag, he's got some crazy numbers with 9/11 and everything, and I think it's also because New York was discovered by the Dutch before the English took over.
Was it?
Yeah, the Dutch. It was founded by the Dutch, and then the English took over shortly after.
And the Dutch have a royal family, don't they?
Sorry?
The Dutch have a royal family like England.
Yeah. King Willem or something.
Oh yeah, like William.
Yeah, like William of Orange, Freemasonry.
What the heck? Prince William, just William the Conqueror. Just wow, mate. Did you know Ten Hag needs one more 1-0 win to have 10 1-0 wins in the league? He's got to get it. He's either beating Chelsea 1-0 or he's beating Fulham 1-0. He has to get 10, doesn't he? Surely he gets 10 1-0s, Ten Hag. If he does, that'll be a cracking little short video. So I said at the beginning of the season, Ten Hag's going to get so many 1-0 wins. He's got 9 in league.
If he doesn't get it today, then I'll be on them 1-0 Fulham.
Oh, yeah, same. And I think if they beat Chelsea today, I think it's well worth a little drop on Fulham United draw. So you'll get value there. It'll be like United have already qualified. They're playing their reserves. If they've already qualified, they will, won't they? They'll put out their fringe players. So it makes sense for them to beat Chelsea today and draw with Fulham. That's what makes sense in my head. I'm not saying it's going to happen, guys, in the chat. Who bet? But my mind is that I won't be shocked if that's what happens. But I think they draw and win, or win and draw their last 2 games. I think they end on 73. They're too connected to the Queen, Man United, especially Ten Hag.
And the way Fulham went out against Man U in the FA Cup, with the sending off and the penalty. And
but that's
so they might.
That's one thing that's another thing that slightly worries me. If Chelsea somehow pull off a shock, that it's going to go to that last day, and it's like, can Fulham ruin Man United's top 4? And then they'll talk about that whole FA Cup incident where there was 3 sending off. So it's a lot of it's narrative. Like, I'll be shocked if Chelsea win. I will be, but I won't be like, again, if Chelsea somehow pull off a win, United stay on 21 wins, 6 draws, 6 times 6. That's Prince William's birthday, the 69 with the Queen, all the durations. So it's one of those games where I'm not majorly going to be shocked what happens, but I don't think United lose. But I'm not going to be completely blown away if Chelsea win, because it's just one big joke.
Yeah.
The whole league.
Yeah. And more or less the last bit. The twins were born 2 years, 9 months, 3 days to coronavirus declared pandemic of 2 times 93 equals 186 again. And the twin pillars equals 186. And the twins were born 1,776 days to the death of Ronaldo's twin in 2022, 18th of the 4th, 2022. The baby twin girl survived, and obviously the Illuminati founded in 1776.
Mate, go back to that 293.
The twins were born 2 years, 9 months, 3 days to coronavirus declared pandemic.
Right. Queen Elizabeth was coronated 1953 on 6/2, 1953, 62nd try, yeah? Queen 62. 293, which you just said is the 62nd prime.
Yeah, wow.
293, 62nd prime, one of the biggest numbers with the Queen that there is. Wow.
Yeah.
What?
As I said, it's all the Crown, Corona, 9/11, twins, all
And we've
connected.
not even told people the Queen died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a pandemic, and England's World Cup campaign began 911 days after George Floyd died.
No, yeah, I just thought most people had that already.
No, I think most of them don't.
New people that haven't.
I don't seem to be getting new people, judging by the algorithm. Like, I've stayed on 10.5 for ages. I can't break it. So I don't know if there even is new people anymore, or they're just bullshitting me YouTube. I don't know. Hey, Happy Face Man, much love to you.
Oh, sorry, last bit. Those 2017 twins were born 186 years after Adam Weishaupt's death. On
What?
18th of the 11th. Obviously not exactly.
No, I know, but I know with that, it don't have to be exact. He founded the Illuminati.
Years, that many years, it don't have to be spot on, does it?
No, not at all.
And obviously, he founded the Illuminati, and the twin pillars equals 186. And Kobe Bryant buried 7th of the 2nd 20, 1 year, 8 weeks, 6 days to Prince Philip's death. And Kobe buried exactly 41 years after Mengele's death. Kobe Bryant equals 41. Kobe died age 41, 13th prime. Gianna died age 13. 13 star is 937. And the North Tower was struck by a plane at 937. 937, 159th prime. Twins born on 159th day of the year. Jacqueline Bowers equals 52, 243. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 52, 243. Same ciphers. Kobe died same year. Coronavirus declared pandemic 243 years after the Illuminati founded in 1776. And Kobe retired 13th of the 4th, 216, 1 year, 56 days to the birth of the Gemini Twins. 156 prime, 911, including end date, 1 year, 57 days, and Kobe Bryant equals 157. And the Twin Towers construction began 270th day of the year. Buildings 2, 1, and 7 came down in that order. 9/11 construction began 5/8/1966. 102 months after the Munich air disaster. Twin Towers destroyed in 102 minutes. 102 months is 8 years, 6 months. Twins born on 8/6. 102 minutes is 1 hour 42. And 142nd edition FA Cup and that.
That's crazy. And the 243, which is 72. 72 hours is 3 days, and Jesus rose on the 3rd day. I think that might be what that is.
And Prophet Muhammad died on 8/6, and Muhammad equals 142. And now we have Ronaldo playing in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I have told you without meaning to offend people. I think Islam's the devil, and they don't like that, but I do.
Well, you have the black cube of Saturn in the Mecca.
Yeah, that's what I believe, and I know there's people in the chat who are devout Muslims, but it's what I believe. They don't have to agree. If they're firm in their beliefs, it shouldn't bother them. Mate, is that it? Because that was just spectacular.
That's it, yeah.
Spectacular, mate. People really appreciate you. Trust me. They tell me.
Thanks for having me on. I just wanted to share it and shed some light on it. Maybe people see a bit clearer what it means. The 142s of Gemini Twins, 9/11.
Well, you've covered 142 there better than anybody's ever done. So, that guys, there you go.
Yeah,
from this 142, if you're a coder, start looking out for that number because it's an incredibly powerful number. And 14 times 2 is 28, isn't it? Which is a perfect number, which is the 7th triangular number. Connects to 28, 142. That 28 is a big number. That's why the World Cup lasted 28 days. Wow, superb, mate.
There'll probably be more twin rituals or what have you, because it all goes back to Gemini Twins, Shaquille and Boaz and so on. So it's biblical and everything.
Let's see if something happens to Jedward. Do you remember them? Those Muppets?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's see if anything happens. Knowing us, there'll be an announcement today that one of the brothers of Jedward's gone. They'll be like, oh my goodness.
and George Bush, George Herbert Walker,
senior,
the younger one, the junior, he had twins as well. They're not Gemini twins, but the twins in November.
I know there's loads of them that have these twins, these high-profile celebrities. They always seem to have twins, don't they? Like you said, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Ronaldo, Bush. Like,
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, phenomenal, mate.
Yeah.
That was superb.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Adam.
you.
Cheers.
All right, take care. Have a great day, mate. Thank you.
All right, all the best.
Cheers, mate.
See you.
Bye. Chuck never disappoints. Never disappoints. Oh my goodness. And one thing I love about doing lives with Chuck is he brings most of the information. I just add to it. I enjoy that. So listen, guys, I've got a lot to do. I'm not even really focused on my website today. I've got a coach. I've got to work on my book. Loads of stuff I've got going on today. So I can't stay any longer. Yeah, the Bible says not to worship or idolize anything or anybody, but worship and idolize Jesus. Well, no, it makes complete sense, Robbie. When you're spiritually aware, that makes complete sense. All right? Don't be in love with the flesh. Be of the world, not in love with the world. All right? You should not be idolizing false idols. The Bible warns us of that. And when you become aware of what Jesus did when he sacrificed himself for our sins, that we wouldn't be here right now without Jesus, then yes, you should worship him. And it's not worshiping like, oh, Jesus is going to sign your shirt, all right? Or he's going to take a photo with you. It's a respect element. So, yeah, it does make sense. If you're spiritually unaware, the Bible will never, ever, ever make sense to somebody who's not spiritually aware. The code will never, ever, ever make sense to those who can't comprehend the numbers. I've figured that out, and I sleep better at night. So I won't justify the Bible to non-believers, to those who are not lit with the Holy Spirit. I won't justify it. There's no way of justifying it. It won't make sense. I'll just sound like a lunatic. I'll focus on those people who have made that connection with Jesus. Not the people who say it's all a big joke. Man wrote it. And it's all just to trap us all. And religion is nonsense. It's to divide. There's a big difference between religion and faith. Every other religion other than Christianity is the devil. Mark my words. Whatever you want to say. Watch my video about the papacy and Revelation. Watch that and deny it. So anyways, it's written for those who believe. So I'm not gonna, that's why I won't go in the street. You ain't gonna see me in the street with a Bible in my hand preaching to non-believers. I've told Zach Hubbard this. You can go out on the streets of New York with a megaphone and signs with the greatest codes. If they don't comprehend the code, all right, or the knowledge, it won't mean anything to them. So focus on those who understand it. Like Chuck, I can have a conversation with Chuck, and we can do that. Now imagine we had that conversation in the pub with regular lads who are just obsessed with watching Sky Sports. Do you think they'd be able to understand anything we just said there? Or would they just say, shut up, lads, you're talking shit? I would then get angry and be like, what do you mean I'm talking shit? You're brain dead, you're clueless, you can't keep up. All right, if you're smart, you'd understand. I would do that. No, not anymore. Not anymore. I won't get involved with those people talking about this stuff because they can't comprehend it. It's a foreign language. I am blessed that I found Jesus, or Jesus found me, or we came together at the right time. It's the biggest blessing of my life. And I hope one day you do. And if you don't, you don't. Right, I'm off. Cheers, much love, take care, and God bless you all. Thank you, Chuck. Amazing work.